Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yes, dear devotees, please, specifically that one.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Hare Prabhu.
My pranams.
Pranams to you, Prabhu.
Reading number 4, translation.
Actually,
that's the reality on one side. And the number 5. Sorry, Mataji, you were saying, going to say something.
No, go ahead, Prabhu. Go ahead, please. Yeah.
And number 5 is where, we want to focus our mind, thoughts, and our energies. And it's assuring to say that once you do that, Krishna is the maintainer and he'll take care of everything for us. So you're not. Those are the thoughts.
Then how about my anarthas, Prabhu? My anarthas, my difficulties, my shortcomings. I have a list of them. I have so much sense gratification, so many anarthas. How about all those, Prabhu? If I'm just trying to focus on the lotus feet of the Lord.
So when it's saying lotus feet of the Lord, it's talking about is doing seva, not just the lotus feet of the Lord, but the Vaishnavas as well, Gurujanas.
Yeah.
And gratefully doing that.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhu. So, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura said, our goal here is Ardha Pravritti, not Anartha Nivritti. And the reason I have asked that specific question is, I may be having all the material desires, sense gratification, anarthas, all kachra in me. I may be having that. But all that will go away if my energy and focus, if my thought is to the lotus feet of the Lord and my energy is to the service of the Lord. And when we say the service of the Lord, Lord is all inclusive. Lord is everywhere in everyone. But the fountainhead is the Harinama. So if my energy goes in the service of the Lord and my thought goes to the Savai Mana Krishna Padara Vindayo, to the lotus feet of the Lord, then it is equal to the sun rising. When the sun is rising, when my thought and energy is placed on the right object and in the right action, the service, then whatever kachra I might be having, whatever sense gratification I might be having, or whatever deficits I may be having, I don't have to worry about those. They will diminish, they will dissipate. Like when the sun is rising, then the darkness dissipates. There's no special effort needed. So just turning towards the Lord, thought on the Lord, and action for the Lord. So this is very directional, guiding statement for us and very assuring, because once we head in the direction that is guided by the acharyas, Ardha Pravritti, then we don't have to be concerned, worried about Anartha Nivritti. Does it sound okay, dear devotees? Any clarity needed?
Hare Krishna Mataji, I have one follow-up question. So, what I heard is that if our thought and energy is in the service of the Lord, and then you said that Lord is all inclusive. So, what I understand is that that Lord means Lord, and as Prabhu said, Gurujana.
Yes.
And when you said that Lord is in Harinam.
Yes.
Does only Harinam service is good enough, or we need to focus on all in the service of Harinam, Guru's instruction, Vaishnavas? What should be the direction?
Thank you. When we say service to the Harinam, what it means and implies is we are totally present to the Harinam, And yada tharor mula nishechanena trupyatni skanda bhujopashaka. Nama, that is the service to Harinama is service to Paramatma. And the Paramatma, when we are pleasing Paramatma, then the Paramatma, same Paramatma is there in Gurujana. Actually, Gurujana is giving us Paramatma, and the same Paramatma is there in all the Vaishnavas. What to speak of Vaishnavas, all the Jivas. So that is what serving Harinama means actually. Serving Harinama is all inclusive like that. Everything is present in the holy name like that. But in the beginning stages, since our shelter and our absorption and attachment to the holy name may not be that great, then our understanding should be, yes, service to the Harinam and service to the Vaishnavas, which includes service to the Vaishnavas, service to Guru and Vaishnavas. Yes, in the beginning, that can be the understanding. Service to Harinam and service to Vaishnavas. But the whole point is the fountainhead. Again, I want to emphasize this. But does it answer your question, Mataji? I think we can just keep it like that if it answers your question.
So what I understood is that it is service to Harinam and Guru and Vaishnavas.
Yes.
All.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And the best service to Vaishnavas is to be in Trinadapi. To be in Trinadapi Sunichana. In other words, the best service to Vaishnavas is to offer respect, not really expect anything from them, and tolerate what might come upon. And yeah, that is the best service to Vaishnava to start with. That's actually the Trinadapi Sunichena is basically being in Sattva, being tolerant, being respectful, and not really expecting any respect. That is the stance that we take when we say Vaishnava Seva. That is the disposition of Vaishnava Seva. And later on, what actions you do is okay, that is good. But Vaishnava Seva means this is the disposition. Yeah, makes sense, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji.
So if somebody is yelling because of a misunderstanding or because they are hurt, but if you are being tolerant, that is wonderful Vaishnava Seva. And even if we don't see wonderful qualities, applaudable qualities in a Vaishnava, but not just not having wonderful qualities, but apparently if the Vaishnava doesn't really have any good qualities and very apparent bad qualities, even then, if we are giving them due respect, just acknowledging and giving them due respect, because Krishna Adhisthana, then that's wonderful Vaishnava Seva. Yeah, so this is the disposition of a Vaishnava. This Trinadapi is a disposition of Vaishnava Seva to start with. It is huge, abundant. The rest of the activities that we do, the talk we do, etc., they will be the byproduct of our disposition. They should be the byproduct of our disposition. We should aim for that. But if we are not there yet, at least voluntarily doing it, though we don't really feel it inside, fake it outside with a prayer inside until Krishna can make it there for us. Yeah, does that make sense, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, definitely. It helps. Yes.
I think this was the one you were waiting for a long time. And I was also thinking, when would this topic come about the Vaishnava Seva to give a crisp, concise idea? Isn't that so, Josna Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Yes.
Is this all? This is enough? Satisfied?
This helps, Mataji. Definitely.
That's what I thought. And I was thinking of it today, a while ago, actually. That's good. We are one thing down on our checklist, so we are good. Yes, dear.
This helps, Mataji.
Yeah, wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I think we can go to Brihad Bhagavatamrita. Yes, please. And Pranpavit Prabhu, we have the new version, right? With all the explanation by Gopi Paradhan Dasa.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, maybe we can open that, Prabhu. Thank you. So, dear devotees, yes, we were reading Brihad Bhagavatamrita, but we were only reading text, which is good, but it will be very, very useful for us to hear from Gopi Paradhana Prabhu in his commentary. So we will be reading the book along with the commentary, so we can get full benefit out of this. So morning we have Chaitanya Charitamrita, evening this one. So by the time we are completed with these books, I think all of the Tattva Jnana is given to us. So, okay, Prabhu, you want to start from here?
Mataji, we have started the third chapter, Mataji, in the other PDF, and we...
Yeah, but we didn't read the translations, right?
We'll go from the
start. You know the commentary, right?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, I was thinking, see, this is beautiful, Prabhu. Please, let's go over this. So these are the contents that we have in Bhagavatamrita about the chapter 1 was on the earth, and chapter 2 was in the heaven, and chapter 3 beyond the material world, Prapanchatita. This is the one we have read last time, right, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah. And next one is
Bhakta, Mataji.
Bhakta, the devotee. What we can do is, Prabhu, we can go to the beginning and maybe just read the purport, since we have done with the translation. Yeah, starting with chapter 1. Since we already have an idea with the translations, that way we can save the time, and at the same time we can get something out of the commentaries. When we are reading commentaries, we don't really need a lot of explanation, so we will be able to read a lot. I'm so much tempted to read that part also, Prabhu.
Should we go?
Yeah. We're not in a rush anyway. This will be plain reading. This is Gopi Paradhana Dasa. Knowing who Gopi Paradhana Prabhu is, he's the disciple of Srila Prabhupada, a gem of a disciple, such a humble and scholarly, devotional devotee. We want to hear what he also says. Yeah. Yes, please. This will be very satisfying. If it's okay with you all, we will read from here.
Sure, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yes.
The Brihad Bhagavatamrita by Sanatana Goswami is consummate rendering in Sanskrit verse of Vaishnava devotional spirituality as inspired by Krishna Chaitanya or simply Chaitanya, 1486 to 1533. Analogous in some respects to Dante's Paradiso and more closely akin to John Bunyan's Pilgrim's Progress, it depicts not one but two parallel spiritual odysseys. The first is of Narada, the paradigm of the devout Vaishnava saint sage. The other is of Gopakumara, a simple lad in search of God. The former travels across India and into heavenly realms in search of those devotees, human or divine, to whom God Krishna has been most merciful. In the course of his quest, Narada encounters ever more profound and dedicated embodiments of devotion, bhakti to Krishna. Each of these differentially redirects him to others yet more devout and yet more favored by Krishna than themselves. The dialogues en route, subtly interpreted in an extensive auto commentary, are so designed as to instruct, edify, and inspire devout readers or listeners. The lad Gopakumara likewise provides the occasion for progressive spiritual discovery as one follows his pilgrimage from one realm to another in search of ever more sublime and quintessential manifestations of the divine. Hare Krishna.
Yeah. So he's saying there are two parallel searches going on. One is by Narada Muni to see who is the best of the devotee who received lot of mercy, and the other one is by Gopakumara, and who is searching for the most complete manifestation of divine. Yeah. Yes, please, somebody else.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Narada's search culminates in the paradoxical revelation that the devotees most favored by Krishna, those whose devotion to him is most perfect and intense, are gopis. Simple, though divine, cowherd girls who are in torment when their beloved Krishna is absent from them. Gopkumara's quest leads to the discovery that God Krishna reveals himself most perfectly in the idyllic heavenly realm of Goloka and in the terrestrial Vrindavan, where he sports eternally as youthful lover of gopis and playmate of the cowherd boys. Hare Krishna.
Yes, please. Somebody to continue? Yes. Please.
Within the framework of this dual spiritual odyssey and an extensive commentary, Digdarshini, the 16th century author Sanatana Goswami analyzes with delicate nuances and orchestrates in masterly fashion the theology cum psychology of loving devotion, Prem Bhakti, to Krishna as epitomized by Chaitanya. To readers already familiar with the Puranic Hindu pantheon and imagery and appreciative of the Vaishnava commitment to Prema Bhakti to God Krishna, the luxuriant transcendental scenes and unrestrained displays of ecstatic devotion need not seem exotic, but the vividness and novelty of many vignettes and the poignant emotional vulnerability of Krishna may evoke surprise and wonder even among seasoned Vaishnava devotees. If, of course, one does not see the point of what Sanatana was doing, one need not read on. But even the reader new to the cosmology, mythology, and theology of Vaishnava devotion, if reasonably patient and attentive, may find in the Brihat Bhagavatamrita and Digdarshini a remarkably incisive, consistent, and revealing exploration of human spirituality and religious psychology. Rich.
Beautiful, beautiful scholarly presentation. So rich and graceful presentation. Very nice. Yes, please, somebody else.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Hare.
Pranams to you. Yeah. For Vaishnava devotees, in the tradition of Chaitanya, the Brihad Bhagavatamrita. Okay. Yeah, the Brihad Bhagavatamrita and its commentary constitute of a foundational text of great value. Sanatana Goswami was the most senior of the authoritative scholar devotees deputed by Chaitanya to formulate the appropriate theology of Prema Bhakti to Krishna. Sanatana's poetic narrative, supplemented by its commentary, is the most thorough and penetrating statement of his theological ideas and spiritual sensibilities. Significantly, I think this, his most ambitious work, takes the form of narrative and dialogue. Though the Brihad Bhagavatamrita is carefully structured in its organization, it is dramatic and imaginative in its worded form.
Yeah, this is very quite evident, right? Very dramatic and very imaginative because when Narada goes, then Lord Shiva, he jumps in joy, ecstatic, very dramatic and imaginative. Though it's a structured organization, the presentation here. Yeah, yes, please continue, Mataji.
Though based on the Srimad Bhagavata Purana, of which is aspired to express the essence or nectar, Amrita, it is not in the form of a commentary as such. It is itself a Purana like tale which though composed by Sanatana, is told as if an ancient discourser by King Parikshit to his mother, Uttara. Like a Purana, it presents exemplary personages, memorable incidents, and striking imaginary. All of these verses to nourish the reflection and meditation.
This part is important. Why is Sanatana Goswami presenting Brihad Bhagavatamrita like this? So dramatic, with striking imagery and exemplary personages. So it can really penetrate our thought and stay there to cause that kind of impression in our thought. See, when we just read a book, it can be different, but when we see the drama, it gets imprinted more. So that's why Sanatana Goswami is presenting this like a drama. Yes, please continue, Mataji.
Yeah, the smarana lit remembering of devote readers and hearers. The contents of the text is words, but these are picture words rather than book words.
Look at that. This is how nicely Gopi Paradana Prabhu is expressing. His expression of his thought is uninhibited so wonderfully. See, these are picture words, not the text words, not the book words. And that's how Sanatana Goswami has presented this. Yes, please.
They evoke the experimental basis upon which secondary theoretical
basis, right?
and experiential basis upon which secondary theoretical and practical elaboration may be built. By expressing his own conception of loving devotion of God in the form of the dual Odysseys of Narada and Gopakumara, Sanatana was in effect endorsing literary narrative of a poetic and dramatic sort as a preferred means for passing on a subsequent generations the crucial experience like Anubhuti of loving devotion.
What Prabhu is saying is, what Sanatana Goswami is trying to do in this book is to give an experience through dramatic narration of a story. So Katha with Rasa is the focus here, and Tattva is inbuilt there. It will be known anyway, but here the focus is to give that experience and the Rasa, Anubhuti. Yeah, it is really serving its purpose, Brihad Bhagavatamrita. Yes, please. Thank you, Mataji. And somebody else, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
For devotees of Krishna in the modern world who are not fluent in Sanskrit, access to Sanatana's foundational poem must be by translations or paraphrase. There are several in Bengali and Hindi, and perhaps in some other Indian languages. In English, there is a translation of the Brihad Bhagavatamrita by Sriman Bhakti Prajanana Yati Maharaj from the Sri Gauriya Math, Madras. but none so far as I know of the Digdarshini. The present edition includes translation by Gopi Paranadhana Das of both the basic poem and its commentary, plus appendices, glossary, etc. This is an extraordinary labor of love. The Brihad Bhagavatamrita alone contains some 2,500 Sanskrit verses, each requiring painstaking care even when wisely being rendered into idiomatic English prose rather than metrical verse. The commentary is considerably longer, and although in Sanskrit prose, is far from easy to convey in readable, accurate English. Yet the task has been done and done well, an impressive achievement indeed. Hare Krishna.
Hari. So we are not only reading the Brihad Bhagavatamrita, but the commentary of it, Digdarshini also. And that's what Gopi Paradhan Prabhu is giving. And that's why we'll have even more elaborative explanation. And there comes a lot of knowledge, tattva, when Gopi Paradhan Prabhu is commenting on Digdarshini, translating Digdarshini. Yeah, next one, please. Actually, Prabhu, can we see? We are on 6, right? Yeah, can we scroll down? 7, 8, yeah. Yeah, I think we can do until, yes, Prabhu. Please go to 6 and maybe I will read some. Yeah. Yes. When I began to examine the proofs for this book, I was pleased to find that Gopi Paradhana Dasa's English prose version reads clearly and crisply. Moreover, it conveys the excitement, wonder, and devotion of spiritual discovery that animates Sanatana's own composition. The more I read, the more fascinated I became with Sanatana's novel and brilliant retelling of themes emanating from the Srimad Bhagavata. Depictions of progressively more intense and intimate modes of loving devotion built to a climax in the remarkable portrayal of Krishna at Dwaraka, depressed and anguished in the absence from Radha and the gopis, and restored to normal, in quotes, consciousness only by an artful ruse. The further I read, the less I was conscious that I was reading a translation. So naturally, does one unit of the narrative flow into the next? When I did shift to the task of comparing portions of the translation with the Sanskrit, I was pleased to discover that the English prose is indeed very faithful to the Sanskrit one. One might quibble over the choice of certain idiomatic English phrases. Inevitably, of course, some resonance is lost in any transition. I would like to thank Sanatana Goswami. Okay, we can scroll down. I'm just looking to see what we need from here. The Digdarshini, being itself prose, but prose in peculiar form of Sanskrit textual commentary, presents its translator with a different set of challenges. Okay. In orientation, it assumes broadly ranging acquaintance Vaishnava themes would resort to a paraphrase that drastically cuts down the size and simplifies scholarship. Not so the present translator and publisher. Okay, we can scroll down more. And the Brihad Bhagavatamrita and Digdarshini together comprise a classic of religious literature whose integrity ought not to be compromised, right? Okay, and Sanatana Goswami's chief devotee is a masterful exploration. And as the translator acknowledges, the English version of the Digdarshini is a paraphrase, not a line-by-line translation. Okay. And as the translator points out, the paraphrasing is largely a matter of arrangement, not of selective excision or augmentation. Okay. And where it is his aim to produce a rigorously literal English rendering. Okay. But all things considered, he has done an admirable job of conveying the informational content and spiritual verve of the author. That's wonderful. That's what we need. There's a special significance to this publication. Over and above, it's making us accessible to readers of English. That's what we need. It's there in Sanskrit, but we need it in English, and Gopi Paradhan Prabhu is giving in a way that we can understand. And This is the first publication by Bhaktivedanta Book Trust. Okay, prior publications were substantially the work of Prabhupada himself. Okay, and we can go to the next paragraph, Prabhu. International. Yeah, good. And yes, Prabhu, can you please scroll down? Preface, and can you scroll down more, please? And okay, first glance, unlike the material existence we all know, in which survival depends on our ability to jockey ourselves into better positions. Yes, please down, please. More. More, Prabhu. I want to see where the preface ends. Okay. Okay. Srila Sanatana Goswami. Yes, we can go up, Prabhu. Yeah, I think we will start from, no, from Srila Sanatana Goswami, Prabhu. I mean down, yeah. We will read one paragraph here and then we will continue from here next. Yeah. This is about Srila Sanatana Goswami. Prabhu, can we scroll down to see how much is there for Srila Sanatana Goswami? Yeah. Yeah. All about Sanatana Goswami. Yes, please. Yeah, part 1. I think, yes, since we have read about Sanatana Goswami last time, we can start with the part 1, Bhauma on the earth. Can we go down, Prabhu, please? Yeah, thank you. So, and can we see how much is this paragraph? Yeah. Okay. We'll do the first page, Prabhu. Yeah. Of the Bhauma. We'll read the translation and the whatever is there in the first page. Yes. Yes, please. Yeah, now. All glories to the inconceivable Lord who descended to bestow the gift of perfect love for his own lotus feet. He is an ocean filled with many kinds of sweetness, and he always bears the fragrance of fresh youth. In his form as Sri Chaitanya, he has realized the last extreme of transcendental experience, the love residing eternally in the gopis. That's about Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And now the explanation is, the purpose of this book is to explain bhakti, pure devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the bestower of bhakti. He also bestows both material enjoyment and liberation, or oneness with the Supreme. But one who has bhakti relishes an abundance of happiness far greater than even the ecstasy of liberation. What to speak of the petty happiness of material enjoyment? We'll pause there. At least we had made that start here, and we can continue from here. I was hoping we will just read the translation, read even this is Digdarshani's commentary. I was hoping we would just read it, but after reading the first paragraph, I feel like, yes, we have heard it, but you might be having questions there. So we'll see how the flow goes. Yeah. Yes, dear devotees, we will pause here. We will pause here.
A quick question, Mataji.
Okay. So we have heard the bhajan today, and we have discussed a little bit about the meditation on the thought on the lotus feet of Lord Hari. That's what Srila Narottam Das Thakur was saying, right? That he would meditate on the lotus feet of Lord Hari, and that will get rid of his material desires and everything. So that's where we have discussed about the significance of that particular point. And discussion of service to the holy name means the understanding is that service to the Paramatma, the Lord that is present everywhere at all times. And until we actually realize and reach onto that platform to that level of chanting, then we want to think, yes, service to the holy name and service to all the Vaishnavas. And what is service to all Vaishnavas? Then we have Howard, we have discussed that the disposition of Vaishnava Seva is the Trinadapi verse that we have discussed. And there what I wanted to mention was, when our disposition is there at Trinadapi verse, then the holy name reveals to us very easily. We will be able to, our japa will be at a different level. But at the same time, we don't necessarily have the strength and ability to be in Trinadapi, Sunichena, like that. And holy name gives us the strength to get to that state too. So both ways. Holy name will inspire us and give us the strength to get to that Trinadapi state. And if somebody is in Trinadapi state, then the, like temple doors opening, like that, both ways. And here, Gopi Paradana Prabhu's commentary, we have read and started the first one. And we will continue. We will continue from here. Yes, dear devotees.